Hi there and welcome to High School Sports Zone. We're here in our air-conditioned Westboro studios, which is great for me as the host, but it must be tough for those teams outside battling the heat, and it's a tough week for that to happen too, with a number of semifinal and championship games going on this week. But we've got highlights of all of them, including in both boys and girls rugby, where we're into the playoffs. Same goes for boys lacrosse, where South Carleton is looking like the favorites heading into the championship, and we'll also take a look at a number of different divisions of girls soccer. But we're going to start things off with boys rugby, and in the AAA semifinal, the first one we have for you, it's Glebe meeting up with St. Peter. Now, St. Peter was dominant on the regular season, steamrolling most of the teams they played, including Glebe. They beat them 33-5 in the regular season, and we'll see if the Griffins can adjust heading into the semifinals.
It didn't take long for St. Peter to strike in this one, as number 1 Damon Adams took the ball to the outside for the try, and the Knights had an early 5-0 lead. 10 minutes later, St. Peter's number 13, Alex Laurie, took the ball and scampered it into the end zone. The conversion kick by Matthew Karopoulos was good, and St. Peter was up 12-0. A good run up the field by Knights number 12, Pascal Roy-Lapensée, made it easy for number 8, Brandon Harvey, to score his team's third try of the game. Karopoulos again made the extra 2 points, and St. Peter led 19-0. Near the end of the half, Glebe's number 20 took the ball from in close and dove into the end zone to put the Griffins on the board. 19-5 for the Petes heading into halftime. Karopoulos made a successful penalty kick to give the Knights another 3 points, and St. Peter was now in front 22-5. After Glebe's Jordan Snade-Dewar kicked the ball forward, number 11 Nick Frank picked up the bouncing ball and ran it in for the try. After conversion, Glebe now trailed 22-12. Only a couple of minutes later, Frank again received the ball and sprinted down the sidelines to score his second try. The conversion was good, and Glebe now trailed by just 3 points. Time wound down shortly after, and St. Pete's hung on with a 22-19 victory over Glebe to advance to the championship game. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Kevin Tenker.
Last year's senior boys AAA rugby champs Nepean met Sacred Heart at the semifinals. Nepean's number 24, Gabriel Casey, got the first try of the game. The conversion was made good by number 17, Aiden Harris. Nepean leads 7-0. The Knights' number 11, Nick Cianfaglione, scored a try. Aiden Harris, number 17, got the conversion points. It is now 14-0 for Nepean. Christopher Walsh, number 8 for Sacred Heart, got the first try for his team. The conversion was no good. Sacred Heart trails 14-5. Number 3 on the Huskies, Craig Daw, scored a try. The conversion was good by number 21, Eric Fullerton. The Huskies trail 14-12. Nepean's number 12, James Doswell, got a try. The conversion was no good. Nepean leads 19-12. Number 27 on the Knights, Shimon Charlie, scored a try and the conversion was good. The score is 26-12 for the Knights. Gabriel Casey, number 24 for Nepean, was rewarded a penalty try after carrying the ball down the field, kicked it, and as he was about to recover it, he was tackled illegally. The conversion point was good. Nepean leads 33-12. Nick Cianfaglione, number 11 on Nepean, carried the ball up the field, passed it to number 21, Richard Delude, who then got the last try of the game. The conversion point was good. The Nepean Knights won 40-12. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Saphira Green.
In the Senior Boys AAA Rugby Championship, Nepean took on St. Peter. It was St. Peter who struck first, as number 2, Quinn Nadal Stencil, caught everybody off guard, including our cameraman, after he kicked it to himself and took off for the end zone. 5-0 for St. Peter. A few minutes later, Nepean's number 33 carried the ball up the middle, and despite being slowed down by the St. Peter's defenders, he was able to make a pass to number 17, Aiden Harris, who accelerated straight down the field and into the end zone. Harris would also make the conversion, and Nepean was up 7-5. Nepean's number 11, Nick Cianfaglione, took the ball midfield and started sprinting down the field, beating a couple defenders along the way. Despite being in the clear, Fagioloni still made the dramatic dive into the end zone to set up an easy conversion. Nepean in front, 14-5. In the second half, Nepean's number 7, Elias Hancock, showed off his speed as he took the ball deep in his own half, fought up a couple tackles, and found himself in the clear. Hancock would go all the way to score Nepean's third try, and with the conversion, Nepean was now ahead, 21-5. Nepean showed great teamwork, starting with a nifty behind-the-back pass from number 9, Dylan Havlock, to number 27, Shimon Charlie, who squirmed his way through some tackles before passing it to Hancock, who still had some energy left in him. Hancock was off to the races, ensuring Nepean's victory as they claimed the boys' AAA Rugby Championship with a 26-5 victory over St. Peter. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Dave Davies.
Congratulations to Nepean on bringing home their second straight AAA Boys Rugby Championship. And we'll continue with our rugby coverage now in the AA division. The semifinal matchup we have for you is Cairine Wilson meeting up with Brookfield. Now, these two teams were not the strongest in the rugby division, but it is separated between the AAA teams and the AA teams when we get to the playoffs. So these two weaker schools have a shot at making it to the championship matchup where they face a very tough Ashbury team.
In the Single A, AA Boys Rugby semifinals, Brookfield met Cairine Wilson. Not even a minute into the game, Brookfield's number 9 earned a try, making it 5-0. 5-0 after halftime. Brookfield's number 7 earned a try by running straight through the defense. Brookfield's number 3 finished the play by earning the 2-point conversion kick. 12-0 Brookfield. Brookfield's number 12 juked a few of Cairine Wilson's defense and landed his team a try, making the score 17-0. Cairine Wilson's number 16 ran from his own end to the opposing scoring zone and earned himself a fantastic try, Cairine Wilson trailing 17-5. Brookfield earned a try with a fantastic passing play, which ended up with number 7 getting the point. Brookfield's number 3 finished the play again in the 2-point conversion, making the final score 24-5 for Brookfield. Brookfield will advance and play Ashbury in the championship game. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Justin Gencher.
In the Senior Boys Single A AA Championship match, Ashbury moved the ball well to number 14, Phil Miles-Zalowski, who ran down the sideline to give the Colts their first try and a 5-0 lead. Despite being surrounded by a wall of Brookfield players, the Colts' number 8, Bennett Bleeker, dove underneath and stretched into the end zone to score Ashbury's second try and extend their lead to 10-zip. Brookfield showed that they weren't going to roll over, as some nice passing ended up with number 13, Bobby DeKoven, receiving the ball, making his way through the Ashbury defense, avoiding a couple of tackles and carrying the ball right into the end zone. With the conversion kick, Brookfield now trailed 10-7. In the second half, Ashbury's number 15, Alex Hort, made a quick pass to number 10, Miles Donahue, who carried the ball upfield. And to avoid the tackle, he kicked the ball forward, where he recovered it in the end zone. Ashbury now up 15-7. Brookfield answered right back as number 8, Joshua McMorrow, carried the ball close to the line and left it for number 2, Badger Al-Jamasi, who was able to stretch the ball into the end zone. Brookfield only trailed by 3, 15-12. Just minutes later, the Colts horde carried the ball deep, where it was picked up by number 9, Cameron Butterfield, who weaved it through the Brookfield defense into the end zone to score the try. That would close out the scoring as Ashbury won the Senior Boys Single A AA Rugby Championships with a 22-12 victory over Brookfield. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Dave Davies.
We'll have more rugby highlights later on in the program as we take a look at the girls division. But now we'll focus in on girls soccer. We have a AAA semifinal matchup with Earl of March meeting up with Glebe. Now, Earl lost to Glebe earlier in the season, 3-2 in a matchup that was tight for them, but they really turned their game around from that point forward. They only lost one game since that loss, and they hope to continue that trend heading into the playoffs.
In senior girls AAA soccer, the 3rd seed Earl of March met the 2nd seed Glebe in the semifinals. 10 minutes into the game, Glebe's number 7, Remy Wade, came down the left side of the keeper, but was denied by the keeper. But her teammate number 13, Sophie Martin, found the rebound and shot it into the open net for the 1-0 lead. In the final seconds of the half, Griffin's number 2, Caroline Lassia, passed it over to teammate number 6, Nora Fripp, who beat the keeper, giving Glebe a 2-0 lead at halftime. Glebe won the game 2-0 and is moving on to the AAA Senior Girls Finals. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Kyle Waddell.
Mother Teresa was riding a 7-game winning streak when they squared off against Glebe in the Senior Girls AAA Soccer Championship. Glebe was the first to get a scoring chance that was shut down by Mother Teresa goalkeeper Nicole Herons with a diving save. Number 3, Emily Blackwell received the pass, took a step and shot for the goal to make it a 1-0 game for Glebe. Mother Teresa looking to tie it up. Off the pass, number 9, Clarice Ramirez tipped it for the goal to make it 1-1. On to the second half now. Mother Teresa's shot from the right side was swatted away by Mika Milbank. A close chance by Mother Teresa's number 5, Mika Salhani, with the goalie out of her net, tried to play the bouncing ball, but it rolled just wide. Another bouncing ball just inside the key plate by Mother Teresa's number 9, Clarice Ramirez, resulted in a close save by Mika Milbank. Mother Teresa had the cross kick to the header by number 3, Michaela Smith, that just went inches over the net. In overtime now, a chance early by Glebe's number 19, Anna Larkin, shooting high over the net. With no goals scored in overtime, penalty kicks weren't necessary. Mother Teresa's number 2, Julia Rosenthal, kicked first and got the goal. Next was Glebe's number 19, Anna Larkin, who also scored. In the fourth round, with Mother Teresa leading 3-2, they scored again to make it 4-2 in penalty kicks. Glebe's number 2, Caroline Leja, needed to score to keep them alive and just missed high as they lost in penalty kicks 4-2. Mother Teresa wins the AAA Senior Girls Soccer Championship with a final score of 2-1. For High School Sports Zone, I'm Keenan Kreller.
After the break here on High School Sports Zone, we'll find out who meets South Carleton in the city's boys lacrosse championships. But before we get to that, we'll have more girls soccer from the AA championships.